whispered intensity. There are three things a woman must never let a man see, not because she's deceitful, but because power dies the moment it's understood by those who seek to own it. Listen closely. You have been told to be transparent, to be honest, to let him in. But transparency is not intimacy. Transparency is exposure, and exposure is the slow death of mystery. What you are about to hear is not advice, it's initiation into a way of being that few ever master, and most will never forgive you for. The first secret you must hide is your chaos. Every woman holds within her a storm, a sacred, electric, uncontrollable energy that can create or destroy entire worlds. Society has told you to cage it, to smooth your edges, to smile when you want to scream. But here's the truth. Your chaos is not weakness. It's power unrefined. The danger is not in having it. It's in letting the wrong man witness it. Because the moment he sees your chaos without having earned your calm, he will confuse your depth for instability. He will diagnose what he cannot dominate. So you must learn the art of containment. Not suppression, containment. Like a queen holding a blade behind her back, smiling through a war she already knows she'll win, you reveal your fire only when it illuminates, never when it burns. Because when a man sees that you can destroy him but choose not to, he will never again mistake you for ordinary. The second thing you must hide is your strategy. Never show him how you think. Never explain the pattern behind your moves. Let him witness the result, not the reasoning. When you tell a man how you plan, he studies you like a map. And every map leads to a weakness. But when he cannot predict you, he cannot control you. You become myth. And men don't conquer myths. They worship them. This doesn't mean manipulation. It means sovereignty. It means keeping something sacred for yourself. Every move doesn't need to be seen. Every motive doesn't need to be spoken. Keep your mind as a labyrinth, beautiful, complex, and impossible to fully enter. The woman who explains herself too soon loses her crown before the battle begins. And the third thing, the one most dangerous to reveal, is your hunger. Not just desire for love or attention, but that deeper hunger for power, respect, recognition, truth. The world tells women to be humble, to hide their ambition behind a smile. But listen to me carefully. You are not meant to starve. You are meant to feed on destiny. The secret is not to silence your hunger. It's to feed it quietly. Let your actions feast where your words stay silent. Hide your chaos. Guard your strategy. Starve no more. The descent begins now. You feel it, don't you? That stirring behind your ribs, the ache of awakening. You've begun to see what most never will. But understand this. Once you start seeing, you can never unsee. The price of awareness is isolation. The more you know, the less you belong. And that is the second layer of truth most women fear, the loneliness of power. You were raised to believe that love is safety, that a man's approval is validation, that harmony means peace. But power does not live in harmony. Power lives in friction, in the silent decisions you make when no one understands you and you refuse to explain yourself. The woman who walks this path must learn to be both the storm and the shelter. She must know how to be adored without being owned. There is a reason so many women dim themselves. They are terrified of outgrowing the hands that hold them. But when you begin to master your chaos, when your strategy becomes silent precision, when your hunger transforms into quiet, unstoppable movement, men will sense it, and some will love you for it. Others will fear you, and a few will try to break you, not because they hate your light, but because they cannot stand their own reflection in it. This is why you must build a secret world within yourself, a private kingdom no man can enter. Call it your inner sanctum. Call it your sacred chamber. In that space, you owe no one access, not even the one who says he loves you most. Because love without boundaries becomes ownership, and ownership kills power. Keep something untouched. Keep something that belongs to no one but you. And listen closely. The man who is meant for you will never demand to see all of you. He will sense the locked doors and bow before them. He will respect your silence as much as your speech. The wrong man will pound on those doors, screaming for entry. The right man will guard them beside you. The moment you start living this truth, your life will shift. You will lose people. You will lose comfort, but you will gain something far greater, the pulse of self-mastery. You will move differently, speak less, see more. You will begin to realize that being understood is not your mission. Being unshakable is. And now, if you are ready to step deeper, to seal this truth into your being, write this in the comments twice, without hesitation. My silence is my weapon. Again, my silence is my weapon. Say it as you write it. Feel the words echo through your bones. This is your vow, your mark upon the algorithm of fate. Because the next truth, the one that waits below this one, will not comfort you. It will break something open that can never be rebuilt. So you've chosen to descend. Good. Because the next truth is not meant to inspire, it's meant to cut. You see, what no one tells you is that a woman's true danger does not come from what she hides, but from what she begins to understand about herself once she hides it. The moment you learn to hold your chaos, to veil your strategy, to feed your hunger in silence, something ancient awakens inside you. It is not the divine feminine the world loves to hashtag. It is older, wilder. It does not smile for the camera. It does not beg to be seen. It watches. It calculates. It remembers. This is the phase where most women break, not because they are weak, but because they were never told how heavy sovereignty feels. Freedom is not light. It's a crown made of knives. Every thought, every move, every silence begins to sharpen you. You start to hear the truth behind every compliment, the motive behind every question. You begin to see how much of love is really negotiation, how much of affection is control dressed as devotion. And when you see it, it changes you. The game stops being emotional. It becomes strategic. You start playing on a field most people don't even know exists. You learn that you can love a man and still never give him power. You can be soft without being conquered. You can surrender without being taken. But here's the warning. With power comes a shadow. The more you withhold, the more you will be tempted to disappear entirely, to become untouchable, invisible, safe. But safety is just another kind of cage. The goal is not to vanish, it's to command presence without exposure, to stand in the center of the fire and let it reveal your shape but not your soul. This is where you separate from the ordinary. Most women are taught to beg for protection. You are learning to be the protection. You become the storm and the shelter at once. Your words start to carry weight. Your silence becomes unbearable to those who have never met a woman who does not need them. Do not mistake this transformation for hardness. It is refinement, like metal through flame. Every test you've survived was the forge preparing you for this clarity. You no longer chase validation. You radiate inevitability. And yet, one truth still hides beneath all of this. The truth that every powerful woman eventually faces. What happens when he senses your hidden strength and begins to crave it, not out of love, but hunger? What happens when your power attracts the very darkness it once protected you from? That is where the final secret lives. You've crossed the threshold now. There's no light here, only reflection. The mirror that shows you what power costs. Because the final secret, the one you must hide not from a man, but from yourself, is your capacity to destroy. Every woman carries it, that quiet, patient, unspoken potential for total annihilation, the ability to unmake a man with nothing but her absence, to dismantle an empire with silence, to withdraw her warmth and leave the world colder than before. Most women never acknowledge it. They bury it beneath guilt, beneath nurturing, beneath the illusion that to be feminine is to be endlessly forgiving. But that's a lie sold to keep you small. Your power to destroy is not evil. It is sacred. It's the same energy that ends cycles, that cuts away what no longer serves. It's the blade that carves space for rebirth. But the danger lies in becoming addicted to it, in mistaking destruction for control. Because once you know you can burn a man's soul with a glance, the temptation to do it just to feel alive becomes unbearable. And that's when you must hide it, not for him, for you. This is the paradox of the awakened woman. She must learn mercy without losing edge, discipline without dullness, compassion without surrender. You will be tested. He will provoke your chaos, question your strategy, feed your hunger with false promises just to see if you'll bite. But you won't, because you no longer react, you respond. You no longer chase, you choose, and you no longer beg, you bless, or you banish. When you reach this level, men feel it before they understand it. They'll speak to you differently, approach you differently. Some will worship the quiet danger in your eyes, others will resent it. The weak ones will call you cold, the strong will call you rare, and you will know deep inside that both are right. Because power like this changes the texture of your soul. You begin to crave solitude, not company. You begin to see how few can stand next to a woman who no longer flinches. You begin to realize the true meaning of sovereignty, not ruling over others, but ruling over your own impulse to prove, to please, to explain. That's the final secret, the restraint of ruin, knowing you could destroy and choosing instead to elevate. That is the highest form of power. The power that no man can measure, no system can tame, no force can counterfeit. So as you stand at the end of this descent, remember, hide your chaos until it becomes art. Hide your strategy until it becomes instinct. Hide your hunger until it becomes destiny. And above all, hide your capacity for destruction until the world has earned the mercy of your restraint. You are no longer becoming. You are. The initiation is complete.